Check. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. You're here in my living room. You're here in my house. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Yesterday was one of the biggest live streams we ever had. Huge viewership, a lot of views, 6,500. I can't believe it. The channel continues to grow, on our way to 52,000 subscribers, on our way to 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100K. We'll get to 100K by the summer if we keep it up. God bless each and every one of you. I could feel the energy, man. We could do this. So shout out to everybody here. You're feeling Bitcoins. I'm in gray suit because it's a gray day. I felt a little gray today. Bitcoin's bit sideways. Really not up, not down, just a bit sideways. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it like we do every single day. But before we do that, we're going to get together. We're going to put the lemon into the water. We're going to do what we do every single day. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. As the year ends, there's this feeling, right? There's always a feeling at the end of the year. Most people just want to hang out. I got low energy at the end of every single year. I don't know why, whether it was all the holidays, all the energy. But even if it wasn't low energy, it was usually snowing out. It was usually really cold. We haven't had the weather in the last 2 years that we used to have here in Boston. But it used to snow a lot. And I also used to want to hibernate and just kind of cozy up. Or, and I'd watch movies, hang out with the family, take the kids to the movies, do events, go to museums, stuff like that. I was at a museum yesterday with my family. It was a great time. Harvard has this museum where this guy he basically was paid, him and his son and his family really, were paid to make glass flowers. Tiny glass flowers, though. How they made them out of glass with all the way down to the roots, and the details are just so ornate, it's insane. And you could sit in that room and just look at these glass flowers for hours and it'll blow your mind, like how they were able to do that. Anyway, that's what I did yesterday. I looked at glass flowers. A museum? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here with me, present and accountable Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. That Butch put the lemon in the water. You saw that. Let's decalcify the pineal. Let's get ourselves going. And Bitcoin just took a nice hit down about $100. Let's take a look here at bitty Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that music back up and pumping in the background at least. You know what I mean? 42,560 Bitcoin. Playing games. Liquidity being built below us now. This morning we didn't have a 42 bar. Now we do. There still is way more liquidity above us. Look at all that juicy liquidity to 45,000. It says that if it came push comes to shove, we'd rather go higher than lower. There's far more orders to fill up to 46, 47,000 even into 48K, but really just taking care of the general area. We have 43.7, we have 44.360, and all the way up to 44.980 for Bookmap. You know, when we shrink it, I mean, you can just see there's a little liquidity below us, but it has so much more liquidity above us. You know, and Bitcoin's really just been hovering, and we're going to show you kind of what it's been doing and show you. SEI has been continuing to pump. We're going to break that down and talk about it. I gave a little flag for it yesterday to the day before. It pumped out of that flag and continued to the upside. Soul retracing, which is healthy. Well, people are taking profits on those meme coins, and you know. So if you're in my trading group, you already got an update. Who in the trading group loved the update they got this morning? Feels like it gave them an edge. Already can kind of see a little bit of the market. Put a 1 if you love the update. If you feel like it gives you a little bit of an edge when you wake up. Lets you see something that you may not have seen. Gives you insight into something that you may not have thought about. If anything, you know. Love the updates. A lot of 1s in the comments there. God bless you. Can I send you some of my tunes and mixes, please? Well up your street. Yeah, that'd be cool. Jockey, it's over. Bob. 111. A lot of 1s in the comment section. We love you. We appreciate you. And we adore you. We want you to be great and amazing. God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We are the Crypto Lifers. Together we make the greatest show in all of crypto. The nicest dressed in all of cryptocurrency. In the 3-piece today. I went all out for you. All right? Keeping it fresh to death. Matching pocket square and tie. You know what I mean? Don't always rock the 3-piece. Today I was just in a festive mood. End of the year. You know? Might go to a lunch in a little while later anyway. So, you know. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Already look fresh to death for the holidays. It's always good to look good in the holidays. You see a lot of people on the holidays. You know, people remember, oh, wow, he looked good at that day, at that holiday event. You know? I just like dressing fresh. You know, I was talking to my buddy the other day, and he's like, you know, I used to talk to my mom, and you know what my mother always said? And I said, what? He said, you can never be overdressed. You know what I mean? You can be underdressed, but you can never be overdressed. Like, other people might think you're overdressed, but people will never remember, you know. Nah. Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still sitting inside this tight channel on Binance. You know, falling down to 42,500, and it looked like it wanted to go a little lower today. We talked about the rising wedge. Rising wedges usually break down to where they began. What I'm looking for, interesting enough, though, is this shoulder. Sorry. I'm looking for here this shoulder, this head, and this bit of a right shoulder to break us further to the upside, right? That's what I'm looking for. So, and I expected this downtrend because, I mean, right now the 4-hour doesn't look good. Looks like it's going to start a massive dump, actually, to be honest with you. 4-hour looks absolutely horrible. Okay? I mean, I don't want to say horrible because we like to make money shorting. It looks good if you're going to short the market. I still have this long here that I've talked about and been adamant about as long as the stop loss is below here and the 200 SMA. You know, the moving averages are nice and tight, though, and the 200 isn't that far away on the 4-hour. That's like a good sign that you just don't have that much dumpage to go. You did lose the 200 SMA here on the 1-hour, but you're starting to get nice and tight with it. Here you were losing it and you could dump, but here you keep losing it and you're getting really close. The one bearish tone that I keep mentioning is, yes, we have a double top here. Yes, this could be an M pattern and break us down. Could even look kind of like a Bart Simpson. I'm open-minded to that, and we have a gap of the VRVP. And that's why I keep saying if we lose this level, we're going to hit 41.2, and the second we lose that, we're going to 38,000. Like, it's looks very likely we'll come back and test 38K, you know? So this could even be the beginning of a kind of, you know, I'm so open-minded. This could be a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. This could be the beginning of something even bigger to the downside. And I'll see it before most people will. Trust me. I do this every single day and put everything I have into it, no matter what the day is, no matter what time, no matter where we are, no matter what's happening, Christmas, vacation, Easter Sunday, Thanksgiving, my birthday, your birthday, my mom's birthday, God rest her soul, which is tomorrow. I still can't believe my mom passed on Thanksgiving Day in front of me while she was talking. But, you know, she died with her family on Thanksgiving, and it was hopefully it was somewhat painless. It was a, horrible headache, which probably hurt pretty bad. I can only imagine what her head, no one even knows what true pain of death feels like. Like, it could be gut-wrenching, you know what I mean? So, may God bless both my parents. May God bless everybody here. And may God bless everyone here that has lost anyone in their life that they were close to, that they still think about to this day. All right. So let's look at the smaller time frames. Bitcoin getting a bit hammered to the downside here. But to me, this is just low liquidity weekend trading. And honestly, the 5-minute had you at hello here. Bang. Shoulder, head, shoulder, even here, head is shoulder, a head on the right. You know what I mean? You had a head and shoulder there, you have a head and shoulder here. This will take you to the downside. The measured move of head to neckline. Yeah, and that suggests we come test. As long as we don't break this low at 41,650, I'm good. You know what I mean? We're still inside somewhat of an uptrend on the pattern, and there's nothing to be worried about. They're just kind of scraping low liquidity at this point, in my humble opinion. Look how fast they went from 42.91 to, you know what I mean? There's a low spread today. You can see. There's not, so they're going to go from like 600 down to 550, down to 400. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade today. Even though I like Thursdays somewhat in the morning, I wouldn't be opening up unless I saw something absolute. Like yesterday, I saw an amazing scalp trade. We took it in the trading group. Shout out to everyone in the trading group. If you were trading with me yesterday, it was amazing. And you're like, how did you make money? How are you trading? You were at a museum yesterday, and exactly that's the beauty of trading and even running a trading group. I saw a beautiful trade. I believe in my trades. I believe in what I do. You know what I mean? The setup was real. So I'm sitting here looking at Bitcoin, and I saw it in this beautiful tight pennant about to break out on the 7-minute, Now, when I put out this bigger target, it gives me the risk reward to get into the trade, but usually I'm willing to take any bigger green, and anything, that's big. So I put this out to the trading group. You can see kind of what the idea is, you could draw the same pennant, stop loss below the previous low, use the 200 SMA like I teach you, also as somewhere to keep the stop loss away. I love doing that. And I prorate it, I guess, in a way, which means, or, front run it, which means I know we're not there yet, but when price action gets here, the 200 should be here and it would cover the stop. You know what I mean? But I front run that idea as well. But that all comes from years of projection and knowing how it plays out and using that to my favor. So I gave this to you guys 12:38 p.m., just an idea I was looking at. I talked about the trade exactly. $1,250 trade, 17x leverage, made it a $21,000 trade, in at 42,973. Okay. Liquidation was 40,615. Made sure it was a safe bet, and it had a stop loss way above that. So it was well done, right? Up fast. Once I opened up the trade, within 10 minutes, I was up $30. It was a good sign. It went green immediately. Then we were up 5% within about an hour. And then the trade just continued to bang. Next thing you know, we were up 19%. I took the gain and went on. I went from 42,972 at the entry all the way to the fair price at 43,471. It went to 4,500. And there's the breakout. That's all you need. That's all I need to pay the bills every day is a move like that. You know what I mean? And bang, bang, bang. Then I said, watch this flag again on the 7 after it came back down. Looked like it was going to get another pump. Put that out at about 503. Boom. And again, I can't pump Bitcoin. We do this to all coins, Bitcoin, and even trades around the world. Talk about Mara, banging on them. Mara banging right now, 29.85, 29.43. I bought Mara in front of you, all right, at 9.64 on the live stream, right? So it doesn't matter what market it is. It doesn't matter what's going on. I'm giving it to you live every single day. And bang, we're in the money on the trade yet again. And there's the trade. I show you the trade now before. And you were up, We didn't hit the target, but now, at that point, it's time to raise the stop loss to break even. Stop raising the stop into profit and stop taking some profit. So bang, 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 another beautiful trade on like a holiday week, where most people would take the week off, say, I'll be gone for 5 days. I love you guys. I'll come back to the trading group, Also, I talked about Hello token, and I went over and talked about one of my bigger holdings, bought back in the day when it was super low. I've been going over this coin really since it was like very, 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 very small. When the chart really just got on Mexi, and I gave you this chart right here and said 23 was coming, and we're going to look at Hello in a little while, but Hello continues to pump. That's massive gains for Hello right there, almost 58% if you're in the trading group. So yesterday was a beautiful day in the group. We made massive gains. If this makes you salivate, if you're getting juicy, if you're like, man, this kind of sounds cool, I want to get into something like this. Hit cryptolifer.com right there, and it will take you to my website where you can jump on in and learn, to unlock financial freedom for yourself. Get the education you deserve. Get the education you deserve. I'm going to say it again. Get the education you deserve. Okay? $12 on my Naka bag from your call way back. God bless you, brother. PS5, Future of Gaming, sending me love. You're the one that made it, man. Just paid for Saturday's class. Cannot wait. And I teach class this Saturday. In 2 days, I teach class. I love teaching that class. I put my love, heart, and soul into that class. Everybody jump on into class. There's a QR code right here. Let me kind of show you what's happening. And I'm doing shilling today, but it's holiday shills. But right here, hit the QR code. It'll take you right where you need to be. Jump on in and jump on into this class. Hit it on your phone right now. Put your phone aside. So at the end of the stream, you'll go to your phone, and the first thing will be here, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta go to class. $150, 2-hour class. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna give you a 9-point checklist that you're gonna take home, because I'm gonna send you a PowerPoint. It's gonna give you all my indicators, what I look for, how to set it up. It's all free. I'm not selling you anything else. I'm showing you exactly how we do it, how I do everything. All these gains that I just showed you, how I found the gains yesterday for Bitcoin, how I traded it on leverage. That's another thing. Leverage will be another story. I didn't touch leverage till 10 years of trading spot. Okay. But we see more downside here for Bitcoin based off that, shoulder, head and shoulder here on Binance. Further to the downside for BTC. All right. We'll look at the BTC/USD all-time history index, and we're going to kind of do our deep dive like we do every day. See if there's anything different that we could see. Still up for the last time. I talked about it right there too. And I'm adamant, I'll stick to this long. When we get stopped out, I'll say, hey, we got stopped out. It is what it is. So if you know me and you watch me every day, number one, that's way too big. We don't even need that. So I double click this, I click on that, and I want to see price action on the weekly, even the 2-week. I like to see a lot of big time frame price action. So look, not one green can, not one red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2-week candles straight. I mean, that's a bull run. I mean, the last time we did that was a massive bull run. I mean, Bitcoin's been on a bull run since it got above the 200 SMA on the daily chart, right? We'll break that down for you. Anyway, 2-week chart. We know we have support or resistance right here strong at 25.2. We know we have this beautiful support section here at about 31.7, 31.8. We can see some support here, there at 37, and now head on into the weekly. I've been using the 5-day for my bigger entry areas just because it had some key levels that made a lot of sense. Like right here, 4 big candles could not get above this level. That's exactly where we had it. Okay. Bang. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Now we seem to have this nice little sniper support though right here. And this comes in strong on the weekly. And that's because look, 2 candles couldn't get above. We wicked. That's about 40,900, 41K. And then we even bounced here. So resistance, resistance, bounce, chop in this area. This was the center of the chop. You have a kind of high volume node below. You have a little high volume node here. You're kind of stuck in this chop. However, in my opinion, you got above, just like if you were to flip this upside down, if you had lost this level, you're dropping lower, just like when we did. But you got above this level. And usually when the VRVP is angled, so if you were to twist your brain and see how it's angled down, it's just likely that price action is going to, it's a ball, and the ball has already kind of fallen on this side, and it's likely going to continue to fall. It's unlikely you go through this chop, bang into this chop, and bang down. That's not how the VRVP works. You know what I mean? Once you got above this high volume node here, it kind of declared the fact that you were on your way to your next one and then your next one. Bong, bong, and you're going to lily pad. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, as nothing is in trading. What I am saying is I've seen this many, many times in my life, and it's unlikely to do the opposite and go backwards down. It's more likely to go up. But again, and that's in our favor, of course. That's great, but that doesn't mean I'm biased and it has to do that. I'm just saying that's the most likely scenario. Here we flip on the moving averages and we talk about the fact that if we stayed above the 200 SMA, we were likely going to continue to the upside. I know I sound like a broken record, but I like to remind people that I was the guy that said that I've been with you this whole time, that I've never changed my TA, that I've never faltered. I've stayed on this long since I've been in it. You've been seeing me allocate 20 grand into Bitcoin last week. You saw me buying Bitcoin just the other day. You consistently see me side more BTC. I'm always going for one more Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It never seems to be enough. Every time I see Sailor buy more, I get a little FOMO when I buy more. I'm like, man, I should be buying more like Sailor is. You know what I mean? Spell's about to rip off. We'll take a look at that. Thank you for saying that. Hold on one second. YGG also looks interesting to me. It's just consolidating. We're getting a little pullback in the market today. That's okay, everybody. Pullbacks are good. Nothing goes straight up, you know. If we lose key levels of support or resistance, that's when we kind of have to take a look and reassess. But at that, we haven't done that for many coins. For many, many coins, okay? You said Spell is about to take off. I'm just going to take your word for it and take a look. Don't waste my time. Let's take a look here. I'll remember your name. I'll never listen to you again. No. Spell token, Naka moving. Really? I mean, Spell's at the bottom of its barrel. Is attempting to try to get back to the upside here on MEXC. It's on KuCoin too and other exchanges. The daily looks like it's going to dump and it's overbought. You know, the daily tells me to be careful and not to touch this thing. And that it just got resistance here. You know, and it could be in like this wedge. Might have a couple more days of downside. So the daily tells me no. So I don't know what you're seeing that I'm not seeing. The 4-hour also is cupped, but it's bearish. Have to stay inside this flag and get a breakout. Maybe you're talking to shorting it. You want to short it. Yeah, and the 1 hour is not looking amazing. And you kind of got the shoulder, head, shoulder. It's following that Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if this drops to the downside. So I do not see a long the way you see it. I do not, right? Not at all. Even on the 15-minute, maybe a possible bounce right now, but that's, you know, and again, once it stabilizes, if it got back above this key level at 0.007180, I would take it a little more seriously. But again, let's move on. All right. Open mid 41Ks, double bottom, good entry. Player mindset, tune in, sit back and find out. Shout out to Jamie Zeno in the house. Jamie, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for everything you've done for me and your life. I always think you can't take anybody for granted. You never, ever since I lost my mom, I don't know who I'm going to wake up and lose again. You know, you start wondering who else is going to die. First your mom, then your dad. You know, you don't want to say it, but you just start wondering who else. Thanks for showing up every day, man. I appreciate you, your values, and your strategy. Let's take a look at a pick of the week. CREO. Shout out to John Preston for the £5. We love you. We appreciate you. Mina and Calva, both also pretty good picks of the week. I like what he's saying there. I'm with him on that idea. Shout out to the chat revenue. You people are absolutely loving and thankful. Let's talk about you. Carlos Alejandre for the 199 ICP bigger time frame. We'll take a look at that later. And remember, we're going to get through Bitcoin. We have another kind of half an hour to rip up Bitcoin, find out exactly how I feel about it. It is continuing to the downside as I believe it will. You know, it's going to hit the target of the head and shoulder down at 42,200 we'll see. And then that's kind of our next stage of entry. All right. Thanks for showing up every day. Shout out to John Preston, Rai Fashog, Carlos Alejandre, Foshog, yeah. Lazaro Alberto. There's a 10 million liquidation expires tomorrow. Bears need to push down Bitcoin below 42K. If not, they will get wrecked. Yes, exactly. They're probably going to get wrecked. You know what I mean? And they might just push it down for tomorrow. But tomorrow is 10 billion liquidation expiry. So, update on lunacy. And thank you. Shout out to Stainless Stan for the $2 super chat. And shout out to everyone that gives a super chat. I appreciate you. I love you. Very, very kind and nice of you to support the channel in the way in which you do. $16 in chat revenue. 1,028 people on the live. $282 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely loving. We built it with love. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. If you build it with love, you cannot be denied. Whether we make money on crypto or not, with the things we learn, We are all richer for having you, speaking wisdom to us about life and success, working hard and reinventing yourself every day. Shout out to Nasty Nate's Crypto Corner. Nasty Nate, I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope everything's going well for you and yours today. And I hope you're kind of ringing in the end of the year the best you can with your family, with love, and doing it, and living your dreams. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for giving. That giving is going to go so far. It's just good karma, good blessings for you and yours. Amen. All right. Made over 10,000 in the last 2 days from your TA. Got greedy and lost it. I'm learning. Jimmy Villain, don't get greedy, man. Little by little is the way to be. We get by just taking a little bit at a time, stepping aside, rejoicing in the wins, and doing it again. Rinse and repeat. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. I'm about to do something pretty strange that you've probably never seen. If you've seen my show, you've seen me do it. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone drink honey out of a jar. Who has here seen someone drink honey besides me? Put a 1 if you've seen someone drink honey. Put a 2 if you've never seen someone drink honey out of a jar. He just wrote me. And we're going to do it again in 6 days. In 6 days. In 6 days, we're having a boy or a girl. We're going to find out. We're not having one, actually. We're going to find out. We have a lot of time. A good amount of time. So I just want to add to the poll. Are we having a boy or a girl? I just want to see if the lifers are prophetic, if they can figure it out. And I want to see what the poll is. Jump on in. It's off topic. I get it. But I'm bringing life into the world. It's kind of exciting. You know what I mean? You guys have been here all along with me. It is local honey. I only eat local honey from West Tisbury, from the Tim Cologne family, the Island Bee Company. Shout out to Island Bee Company, all the way from Island, Martha's Vineyard, the Island Bee Company. God bless you all for being here. Only a few people answered the honey question. Not many 1s and 2s. 5 pounds a week. You don't want to miss this, Sam. Dr. Parker, what do I want to miss? I'm looking at you. You don't want to miss this, Sam. What? I'm looking for your name now. I don't want to miss what, Dr. Parker? You have a chance to put it out right here. VRA Cup and Handle. Okay. Brian is a good name for a boy. Shout out to Brian Overholser. We love it. We love it. 72% believe it could be a boy. 28% say it's a girl. Only time will tell. 154 votes pretty fast. AOIZ looking for an upswing. I like that. Brianna F. And keep saying, guys, what you're saying. I'm reading your comments as best I can. Keep adding to the stream, sending value in. We are a group of amazing people that show up every single day to tear the market apart. That's why we have 1,000 people here every single day, all the time. We love you. We appreciate you. What section do you call the gems in the group? Well, my section, Lifers, Videos, and Updates. You're having a girl. Jimmy Villain said it right now. Wow. Was not pregnant now, too old. Haha. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt. We love you. What are the chances Kaz goes below 10 cents? It's probably pretty good. Need a little Sammy running around, cracking heads and crushing TA. Irish heads and Matt Stevens. Amen. No matter it's a boy or girl, you be the best father. Amen. Shout out to the Rolly 69ers. We love you. Bitburn, inverted head and shoulder on the 4 hour. Sam, I believe you will get your boy to keep the family name going. God bless you and yours. Ego up 38%. Wow, massive bull engulfing candle. Interesting. It's a boy. Shout out to Master, friend of the house. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope you had your wonderful Christmas. But tell Jaden he's going to get that amazing January 3rd. I don't know if you got a call about fees or anything, but let me know. I'll cover anything. I just want to make sure it gets to you and everything's going well. Yeah. It's a baby, Chad Muska. How did you know I love Chad Muska? You're listening. You're having a boy and you will be a billionaire. God bless to Alex Garcia. I love you. Thoughts on GARI token? Swingari, Shingari, best girl trader in the world, Jimmy Villain. Can you check EGLD, 75x short on ETH at 2440. Saving it for his birthday in February. Thanks, Sammy. Amazing. Amazing. That's going to be tough. But it's not that long. It's good that his birthday's not that far. My wife is due April 28th, same day as my oldest. Smart move, though, bro. Now you got the bombest birthday present waiting for him. And see, it all works out, doesn't it? I hope you guys had a blessed Christmas, man. And you guys just, like me, it was just no arguing, no yelling, no screaming, no nothing, no tension, just beautifulness, just the family. Everyone opening up gifts, everyone getting what they wanted, everyone having a blast. And shout out to everybody here on the live. Yeah, I'm sure. God bless the lifers on the live. Appreciate everybody here. And you know what? One thing I want to talk about is I love everybody that sends love through their life. Like, if you're here to send love, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on in. If you're here to, be a part of something bigger than yourself, thank you for being here. If you care about the world and want to make a change, thank you for being here. If you want to do as good for your neighbor as you do for yourself, thank you for being here. And all the people that sent me well wishes when my mom and father died. Shout out to Finn and Daisy, Jim and Irene. Two beautiful people, beautiful souls, man. I love that, man. The Daisy and the Irish. I mean, just my dad and my mom, like, together for life, They were some of the most loving people in the world. They were amazing. Oh, man, they channeled so much energy. They were so blessed, so special. And I will miss both my mother and my father forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And ever and ever and ever. Bitcoin continuing to the downside. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. 1 minute wants to continue to go lower. Doesn't look good. Slopping over. I see more continuation, at least to 42,166. That's the level I'm looking at. That's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. It's clear as day. You can clean it up a little bit here, too, on the 1 minute chart. Now we're looking for some good bullish div. Can we get some bullish div to get the reversal? Just like we got the other day, we were able to call that bullish div. It was the reversal. You know what I mean? Saved our butt. Man, can you check objective? Love you, lifer. We will. After 11, we'll be kind of, when we break it all down. All right, let's go back to where we were here. Sorry. Index resistance here at 44,570. Bounce here at 41,364. So that's kind of the level we're in. We're in chop. We're in big boy chop. The 21 crossed the 200 SMA. Keep reminding ourselves that's a very big sign. If we backtest that theory and we look at that on multiple charts throughout the world, whenever we get that cross, it's a really big deal. The last time we had it here, we definitely had already bottomed. We came down for a little more, but, we were gone, And that's not the best example because we had the pandemic there. But I could sit here and show you the 5-day crossing the 200. Who here wants to see me show you multiple charts of the 5-day crossing the 200? Who here just wants me to keep going with the live stream? Put a 1 if you want me to show you the back testing, because I will. I don't mind. It will take me 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll go over a bunch of different charts. Put a 1 if you want to see that. Put a 2 if you've seen it already. You get it. You want to move on with the show with Bitcoin. Put a 1 if you want me to see me back tested from all different other places around town. All right, so people get excited. No, I just want to take, okay, so we got some 1s, we got some 2s. We got more 1s, though. We got a lot of 1s coming in. I'm going to have to wait. We got to keep watching this. Might have to do a poll just to kind of see it live. Now, we got a lot of, I think there's more 1s than 2s. So the 2s just have to kind of, and people want to see it. You know what I mean? Seen the back testing many times. There's a flush game. Bitcoin going to fly next 47 to 42. This is in a flush game. Bitcoin going to fly. You're funny. Are we expecting an all pump when Bitcoin dumps? Drop in dominance? No, definitely not. You will see altcoins get a pullback if Bitcoin takes a dump. You need Bitcoin to go sideways or Bitcoin to pump as dominance drops down and money to flow into both assets. Really. All right, so let's take a look here. People really wanted us to backtest. They wanted the backtest. So we duplicate this, right? And what we'll do is really simple and easy is I'm going to go to the moving averages. I'm going to click off all of them except for the 200 and the 21. All right. So now we only have 2 moving averages, the 21 and the 200. We're going to go to the 5-day chart. Okay. We're going to click off anything, and we're going to look. And we're going to go to every, this is spell. Now, one thing about spell, I will give you that I didn't see before, it's in the Adam and Eve. These things break out 90% of the time. I wouldn't be surprised. And that kind of tells me that Bitcoin's not going to dump because how could this play out? And this always plays out. That would take spell up to 0.15 not too long from now. Just something I didn't see before that really could play out. Anyway, moving forward. The ADHD of TA, right? But moving forward, we'll take a look now at, let's take a look at what trades a lot. Walmart. Walmart's a good stock, right? And I didn't have this back tested. I may have looked at it before, but I haven't, I don't remember when. So we'll look at WMT Walmart on the New York Stock Exchange. And look, we have 2 moving averages in the 5-day chart. Okay. Now, in Walmart's history, since 1980, it's only had this happen 2 times. It's another thing. It's such a substantial, big-time thing that you never really see it. Okay. Here, it would have done it right here, you know what I mean, in 1975, and that was the beginning of a massive rally for Walmart. Imagine getting Walmart at 5 cents. That's crazy. 5 cents in 1975? Is that real? Wow. And look at these patterns. Remember these patterns. Remember how things break out. Bitcoin's in this pattern right now. Bitcoin is pumped and it's making this ascending triangle pattern, right? I mean, doesn't this look a lot like what we're doing now? If we zoom out here, hold on. So like study, look at Walmart back then. Look at that. The shoulder, the head, right shoulder, Bitcoin, shoulder, head, kind of right. It's not perfect, but it's making a consolidative pattern from an uptrend. Breaks out, retest. The retest, double bottom retest, boom. I mean, it's amazing. Inverted head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Another beautiful pennant. A flag, then it flags out. Breaks out the flag, Anyway. You can learn so much from just going over an older chart like this. You know what I mean? You can learn so much just by looking at this. My mind, because of all the years of trading, I see so much. So look, we got below. We had a bearish time. We dropped from 17 all the way back to 10. All right, not bad, but that's what happened. From 1993, 1995, we had a couple years of bearishness. Second, the 5-day got above the 200 SMA. We were like gone, like it was gone. Like $12 all the way to 69. Then we came back and we consolidated again. All about these consolidations, like Bitcoin's in again, same idea. Sideways, and we consolidated here from 2000 all the way to 2011, a year of consolidation, which told you that there was a very big target on the way, right? Then look, you broke out, you retested, and you were gone. Same thing happened here. The 5-day would slump. You'd get a cross here. Even then, you would get a nice pump. Here you got the cross. That was the beginning of the massive pump. That was 2017. Ever since then, Walmart's been in a massive uptrend since 79. So there's one, Walmart, right? You could look at gold. Completely different than Walmart. Has nothing to do with it, okay? But its big 2 rallies in its life, right, happened right here when the 21 on the 5-day chart got above the 200 SMA. Skyrocket for gold, all right? Same thing here, skyrocket for gold, okay? And lo and behold, the last pump we've had here, same exact thing. The 21 crossed the 200 SMA. We were gone, baby, gone. Now, look, we're consolidating just like Bitcoin is, getting ready for a consolidation. You can see it just like Walmart was doing. We're pumping into these consolidations. To me, this is a massive cup and handle on gold. This also tells me that the DXY cannot, if gold's going to pump out of a cup and handle, which it says it is because it's holding support and getting ready for consolidation, which has like a 90% chance of a breakout really at this point when I'm watching it. It may kind of hang out between 18 and 19 for a while and then it's gone on the way to the bigger target of 3,087. But the idea is, congrats, you're having a girl, a beautiful little girl. Shout out to Lost Profit. We love you. We appreciate you. So let's see in the poll here. We have 363 votes. 72% say I'm having a boy. 28%. I will find out in 7 days just from a blood test, not from the actual birth. The birth won't be till June. Okay. But there you have it again. Let's look at something else. Let's look at oil. Oil India, LTD, NSC, right? When the 21 crossed right there, look at the massive pump we got. That was like your bottom. You might have a little bit of a retrace, but it says overall you're going to have months from now, you should be higher up. And we talked about oil going up in value. If the dollar's going to dump, oil's going to go up again. Gasoline's going to go back up in price. I'm telling you right now, they said they got rid of inflation. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. So back to Bitcoin. And let's just do one more. Tesla. You know, a tech stock, nothing to do with gold. Tesla also looking good to me. I see this cup and handle. Looks like Tesla's going to start breaking out soon. But again, look at this. The 21 crossed the 200 SMA right here. And Tesla shot up from 194 all the way to 307 and still is in an uptrend. And then its last major pump, the biggest pump it ever had, really came. If you bought right around there, it would have been $29 when the 21 crossed, and after it crossed. So Bitcoin was on the 5-day with the 21 crossing. It's a big deal to me. Does everyone here agree it's a big deal, or am I talking sauce? Put a 2 if I'm talking sauce, like nonsense. Put a 1 if you see what I see, and you're just seeing that I'm just going over data. I'm just the guy that compiles a lot of data for you. That's what you find when you come to this channel. I don't tell you what I think, what I feel, what I believe. I just compile the data for you and let you be the decider of the idea. You tell me what you see. You tell me. I present the data. I'm just the guy who fishes for the way to give it to you clear and simple, so when you see it, it looks amazing. Who here gets excited when I show them that information? Who here gets excited to learn that? Because I would watch a YouTube channel and I would get internally excited because that's how much I wanted to learn. That's how much the passion for learning is. Everyone here on my channel, you're a different type of person. You're someone that's addicted to learning. Learning gets you high. Learning makes you get an adrenaline rush. You bug out when you learn amazing things. You want to learn more. You chase learning. You go after it. It's everything to you. You know what I mean? If that's who I want to gravitate into the trading group. And I believe that's why the trading group would be the most successful trading group in the world, because it's going to gravitate the passionate people that really want to change their lives and do different things with their life. I want this channel to be known and remembered as a channel that doesn't do it like all the other channels. We don't just present, hey, this is YouTube, welcome to the, No. This is real life. This is why I don't take a day off. This is why we do this every single day. Every single day. Remember back in the day, used to say that all the time. Get in the head, We're addicted to the gains. Amen. Shout out to Ronaldo Bill. Shout out to Seize the Day. Shout out to Michael Cristo Benitez. Shout out to SPX. Shout out to BTC Zodiac. And everybody here on the live. So the 5-day, though, candle closes in 3 days and 9 hours. It'll be the first time we have 2 back-to-back red 5-day candles in a while. The one thing I will tell you is the 5-day is away from the 21. If we ended up getting this pullback and retesting possibly one of the, this area here, I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down to 36,000. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, okay? I just want, and I'd be open-minded to it because we are that far away from the 21-day moving average. And price action doesn't like to be that far away, especially on the bigger time frame for too long. The one saving grace is, could the 3-day catch up to it? And could we stay inside of this? So I'm watching this very closely. And there is a chance we do lose this and we go bearish. But if we do, it's still part of a bigger plan to me that's not that big of a deal. And it also makes sense to me. Because you've had a beautiful pump. You need to reconnect. If we came back down to 36 and bounced, it would be really strong. It would be really strong for Bitcoin. It would set us up for a nice spring to 70,000. You get it? We could still get there either way, but you don't want to go straight up anywhere. You want to slowly grind your way, pump, consolidate, pull back, pump. So far, this pump has been really good. This come up, the double bottom off of support. That solidifies that that's your bottom. Very hard to break 25,000 now if we ever had to come test it again. Then, if you did test it, it would be an easy short because there was just such a likelihood you're dropping all the way down to 16 if you do lose it. So, key areas are great because they give you those cascading moves when they get broken or when they get held. Right. 2-day chart still looks good to me, edging up. The 3-day chart, the daily is what's got me a little, I don't like when the 21 starts to curve. See this? Not a good sign. Not a good sign for the bulls. A good sign for us. I mean, we could trade anyway. I don't want to get too over bullish. I want to be open-minded. We trade the market anyway. But, I do see this beginning to make a bit of a falling wedge. It's starting to build up to me like it's likely we're going to get a bit of a pullback. Now I'm going to flip on, my indicators and see what's happening here. Yeah, I mean, the daily curving down right now on the stochastics RSI. They are low, but they're just getting to the low point. I've seen massive dumps when you enter into the zone. So right now, to me, the daily is bearish. 100% bearish. You have 8 hours till it closes, and you got yourself a bearish engulfing candle, right? You can put this, the beautiful green we had yesterday is eaten completely up by the red candle today. Okay, you're below the 21-day moving average. This is an M pattern double top. The measured move takes you the length of the top of the M to the middle. You swing it from the neckline. That does produce a $37,300 Bitcoin. Right before the end of the year, if someone is up huge, they start to sell, right? I sold a few things for, so I could, if I did it, other people did it. And I already did it a few times, you know what I mean? Now, I bought some of them back, so, but anyway. And again, learn how to tax loss harvest. Google it, research it. Google tax loss harvesting, all right? Riot lost a lot of its gains from yesterday, too. This guy said Mara died. It died because it went to 29? Are you kidding me? Man, you guys have soft skin, man. Mara, you guys are weird. I love y'all, but come on, man. The Dusty Hunt, it went down like a half a point, and you said it died? Come on, man. It was 18 like 5 days ago. Let's get real, bro. Like, what's wrong? Like, no, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anyway, so this is starting to show some bearish signs for me. All right. I'm open-minded. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm just looking at what today's given me as opposed to yesterday, and it's showing me some bearishness. Look, we have a VRVP. We lost this high-volume node, which was 43,765. A gap takes you all the way back down to 37,400. All right, that's just what it's going to do. So don't be surprised if we go back to 37,000. Then we'd have to hold that support zone, and we could see 28,000. Like, these are, if you're not open-minded to these ideas, then you're not willing, and you're going to get emotionally damaged and crushed by cryptocurrency. Mara doesn't really go with Bitcoin because Bitcoin was trending down for 7 days while Mara trended up. Overall, they do, but they don't always every day. Shout out to Love Learning. We love you. We appreciate you. I got to call you today and wish you a happy holiday and just connect. You know what I mean? Shout out to Glenn Baker, Bitcoin Zodiac, After Hours Investing, the 1,155 people. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's go, baby. Let's get the likes all the way up, baby. Let's go. I know you guys want to hit that like all the way up to the watchers. I know you can do it. We do it all the time. I believe in you. I believe in you. Pumps 40%. No, try pumps 140%. Then dumps 5%. People said it's dead. You know what I mean? ANALOS, you still alive? You still in? Buy the dip. What I did is I was up $2,000. When I saw that I was up like 700, I sold, took my $1,000 back that I put in and left the 700 in. So I'm still in ANALOS. I put the profits in and took my initial back. That way, if anything happens, who cares? If it pumps, it pumps. If I get another $5,000 out of it, so be it. It'll be awesome. If I don't, I don't. Check out Fink, Larry Fink meme, Dex screener. Kyle Coffee, I don't know, man. I'll research it on my own, and if I like it and it comes up, then I'll talk about it. But I'm not going to bring it up on the channel, just out of respect for everybody here, man. I appreciate you, though, and thank you for giving it to me. Please don't be a stranger to super chatting things, even if I just have to research them on my own and bring them back tomorrow. And respect me for that, just so you know, because that's how much I care about you and wouldn't feed you nonsense either. All right. ANALOS rugged. It looks like it may have. You never know. All those coins are, complete garbage. Let's be honest. Like, don't believe in a meme. We touched the 500 V-Byte the other day. A few months ago, it was 5 LML, right? No coming back. Abandoned baby. It may be, yeah. Waiting a minute. There's someone who didn't like. Man, it's mandatory. I know, right? So the daily not looking amazing. Let's move now into the 22. 22 looks all right, but look, it's got a bearish curve on it too. See that? Like, that's not a good sign. So the 22-hour has a bearish curve. 12-hour wants to come up. 8-hour doesn't look amazing. 6-hour, look at the 6-hour. Yeah, this is bear city. Shoulder, head. That's an inverted. That's a head and shoulder pattern. Even though it's hard to see, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay. 6-hour and the 4-hour both look absolutely horrible for a dump. You would go down to the 6-hour 200 SMA. First, you would head to the 6 hour, 4 hour, but you're very close to it. So I see signs of bearishness on the bigger time frames. The only thing that could save us are the smaller ones. And we were here the other day, and somehow the 1 hour came through. So this is what it brings us down to. It brings us down is, can the 1 hour, can we hold this low, this high, this higher low? And can the 1 hour make it get us out alive? You know, that's the question. Can we hold the zone? Does my bigger 4 hour trade play out? I'm not in the trade anymore, anyway, just to make it clear. I use the bigger, that smaller flag to trade, to pinch, but I made this bigger trade. I opened it when we were down about $100. I looked at it. It went back up 50. I closed it for a very small loss, and then I swung trade what I swung trade yesterday. So I should kind of, yeah, like I guess I'm uncommitted to the long at this present moment in time after what I saw on the daily. But it changed from yesterday. Yesterday I was long. You know what I mean? And for beginners, that's hard for them to understand. But for someone who's trading a long time, you can see how I'm able to see something, wait for an indication, and then that confirms bearishness. You know, like, look, this is a head and shoulder pattern. See it? Shoulder, head. I told you we were going lower when the stream began, right? And I told you that the market was probably going to 42,200, you know, and we've been going down ever since. So I didn't open up the stream and say, hey, we're about to pop. I said, that's a head and shoulder. I said, your measured move is lower. I said, look for this to continue down, but you don't want to lose this trend line, right? Correct? It's not like I gave the exact entry for the trade, but I was bearish. Also, even here, slanted wise. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. There's your neckline. It's going to dump, you know. I'm telling you, these things play out whether you see them or not. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside. It was all there. It was head and shoulder city. All you had to need, and again, I teach this in my trading group. We talk about it, we go over it, and then look, you lost the 200 SMA on the 15. Once you lose the 200 SMA on the 15, you go to the, you know, I mean, now you're already below. You go to the 200 SMA on the bigger time frames, right? Now you go to the 2 hour. You lose the 2 hour, you're headed to the 3 hour. We go over this a lot. Look, you lost the 3 hour. That's real bearish, I have to say. I'm sorry to say. Okay. Now you're going for the 4 hour 200 SMA. If you go to the 4 hour 200 SMA, you will break the trend line. When you break the trend line, we will begin to make a more bearish idea that we're going lower. Okay? So I'm not saying it's going to happen. And if we do this, I would look, if we have a beautiful bullish div, then we look for the reversal. If we bounce off the 200 SMA, there's a chance we do on a wick, kind of like this and like that. There's a chance we do. All right? And that's why, and that's also low liquidity. This is like trading on Monday every day. Be very, very careful trading these next 3 days. I usually just don't trade them that high. If I see a little scalp, I take it, but I don't, you know, I am honest with everybody here. I spend the next 3 days with my kids and my family. Like, I'll get off this live stream and I will spend 5-6 hours with my kids this afternoon. This is the week that I have to really, really remember what we've done, to hone in. I still gave a trade, I still gave a trade yesterday in my trading group for Bitcoin. We still hit gains. I'm not taking the day off. But I am telling everyone, these 4 days, the last, you know, I spend more time with my family. After New Year's, you know, we come back and it's business as usual. Hardcore. Right? But, Salam, bro. Can you look at ING, please, brother? Thank you. Looks like a good low cap gaming coin. What do you think? ING. Never heard of it, man. 200 SMA on the 3 hour incoming. ANALOS on the other hand, you know. And everything falls with Bitcoin. AVAX was the counter to that. And it's back to 40. So I guess I'll buy. BNB not taking the day off. Right? Any current thoughts on ORDI at the moment? And I hope you had a happy, healthy little baby. God bless you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. So Bitcoin's at a really, like, at a tough place right now. You know what I mean? If it loses this key level, we can see a more downside, and we can see there is a path for more downside. It's not all gravy train today. Things have changed since yesterday. How we kept that greenage, got to another key level, but the daily doesn't look amazing. What we need right now is the 4 hour to bend here like this, the 1 hour to get us some bullish div and to get a bounce. A lot of guts to buy right now. I like the red, though. I'll tell you what, I'll buy some spot BTC for sure, though. Always good to buy some more. You know, whenever Sailor buys more Bitcoin, I do the same, right? and I head on over to Mexi, the place to be. Come here, my family. And my sister's here. She's leaving. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Come here, Tony.
We love you, Sam.
We love you,
Love you
Sam.
guys too, man.
We had such a good time. Thanks for the ride in Daddy's Caddy.
Oh.
We can't wait to come back.
Thank us for teaching us.
Yeah, thanks for teaching us so much about making the most of our money and interest, and we're really excited to get started. We feel really confident and supported, so thank you so much. You're giving us a whole new outlook, and we love you so much. It's been really the most horrible year, but these past 5 days have been more than ever. So thank you.
Come on, move. I'll give you guys a hug right now.
Mwah. Wow, this is a nice suit. Wow. I wish I would. Oh, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I'll send an email. We'll set up a Zoom
Yeah, we got stuff.
to go over all the stuff that we have to figure out.
Next.
That's the next.
Ready to know.
Yep.
Back to business.
Back to business.
All right, I love you.
I love you so much, Michelle.
We'll text you.
Michelle, one more hug. I love you so much. God bless you so much. Sorry, everyone. I just had to say goodbye to my sister. And it's just been such a tough year, you know? And I probably lost some viewership there. I lost 80 people. But, I mean, I had to say goodbye to my family. And family is everything to me, you know? And, you know, I'm not going to see my sister. Like, I wish I could just... And now that I lost my mom and dad, it's almost like you want to grab a piece of your family now. Like, you realize how your family was everything. If you had a good family, your family made you you. And it gave you so much identity. It gave you so much that you kind of... It gave you so much. And you lose your mom, you lose your dad, and like, all you have left is your brothers and your sisters. Like, the only people that knew what it was like to be in that family that you were in. To understand the love between your mom and your dad, the story that they had, because everyone's parents have a different love story, you know? And you're part of that. All the kids are a part of your parents' love story. You're all part of your parents' love story. Like, you're all love children of their love, you know? And that's what you share with your brothers and your sisters, is the vibrational energy in which your parents shared and how they created you, right? And damn, we lost 100 people there, but we might have gained 100 strong ones, though. Praying for your heart now. It's hard, man. But anyway, let's get back into Bitcoin. I know you didn't come here to see me stop doing my analysis and say goodbye to my sister. But life beckons, man, and I'm a live streamer that live streams every single day of my life, you know? And, man, blessings on blessings to everyone here. Just, you know, tell your loved ones you love them every time. Man, you're the most realest dude I've ever seen or reviewed on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. God bless you. Respect, brother. Yeah. So here we are. I mean, we're at a very tough spot for Bitcoin. You know, I mean, it's funny. Not funny, but it's, you know, we need the bounce. We need the bounce here. We need some type of bullish divergence. And, you know, we're not, I'll be honest with everybody here, we're not getting it. We're not getting it. And it's looking more bearish to me. Right off the bat, we just had a resistance. right there, no, the bullish divergence really isn't strong enough at the present moment in time. We made a bear flag right here, a shoe, right? And we shoot our way right out to the downside. Bang, right? And I mean, 43,028, okay? And look, that's an inverted cup and handle. Look at that. Right? See that? There's your cup. You flip that upside down, cup and handle to the upside, right? Same thing. We play this a lot. And the tight moving averages, you lost the high volume node, you drop down. So now what we need is we need to see a reversal with the bullish div. And we need some type of bullish pattern to replay. Now it would be cool if we're playing out a bigger bullish pattern like so. A shoulder, a head, and some type of right shoulder. You know what I mean? We would need a reversal, and we would need it soon. All right? Like, no games here. That would have to be kind of a triple or a double divergence for a break back to the upside. Okay? All right? You're the kind of guy everyone wishes they had as a friend. I hope so. I mean, I think that's the point, you know? You know, you want to be the person you always wish you had in your life. Someone that stands up, someone that shows up, someone that's there, someone that listens, someone that believes in you, someone that wants to hear your stories as much as tell theirs. You know what I mean? Everyone deserves what we all want, so why shouldn't we be what other people want for them? You know what I mean? That's how I always looked at it, and that's how I always felt about life. You know, we deserve to be good to each other because we all want love, right? Shout out to Ryan Vashog. AVAX is still flagging to me, Hank. The bullish div on the 15-minute goes back to the beginning of the 26th of December. I don't know about that. Let's take a look. I mean, I guess I see, yeah, it's hidden bullish div then. It's swing up to swing up, and you swing down. It is some hidden bullish divergence. That is slightly hidden bullish on the 15. I'll give that to you. Let's see if we see it on the 1 hour too. Kind of see, you know, it's interesting. You're giving it to us, but we do see now, you're the one who cracked the code right now. You may have cracked the code for us, you know. But that is some hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. And as long as we can hold this higher low, we will get a move back to the upside. Interesting catch here. Hidden bullish on the 1 hour could save the day. So Bitcoin needs a bounce. I'm telling you right now, sooner than later, if we don't get the bounce, we're going to be in some trouble. Or there's going to be some good short money to be had. So we're looking to see if we can reverse this out of an inverted head and shoulder. All right. If I see a live trade, what trade am I going to take today? I may not take a trade today. I don't like to trade the last few days of the year. You know, that's where I kind of balance my portfolio, get myself ready, put my ends in, you know, my things in them, you know, get what I'm going to get ready for tax season together. Kind of just, it's where I get everything nice and neat. You know what I mean? I don't like to overtrade the last 3 days of the year. Like, oh, I'm going to make all my gains by the end of the year. You know, just, you know, like I've pushed my rock up the hill for 2023. Now it's time to tidy up. You know, if I see something, of course I'm going to take it. That's why I'm always watching the market. If I see something, of course I'm going to take it. But I wouldn't stress the small time frames today. I wouldn't get too caught up in the action. You know, I'm being honest here. Like, I would just take it in. The idea is if we lose 41.9, 42,000, we go to 41.1. I mean, that's just going to be a quick drop. And if we lose 41.1, don't be surprised if we come down and Tesla 38,000. So, like, that's just kind of what I want you guys to see and realize that we could see some bigger downside. But if we keep this trend line, we're all good. So as long as 42.2 holds, it's really not a big deal. They're just toying with us today. However, I will give it to you. The 4 hour and the 6 hour don't look amazing. And they're both got bearish engulfing candles with more room to the downside. The 6 hour says we're going way lower. So that's why I'm watching the smaller time frames, just to see if I can get a bear flag, if there is a divergence, if we're going to get the bounce. This is a kind of a bullish div here. You can see it starts this low and it's an overall uptrend, while this is an overall downtrend. Okay? And you got a shoulder, you got a head, you got a right shoulder. Okay? Trading course is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, jump into class today before you forget. Hit the QR code right now on your phone so it's there. I teach class this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Jump on in today to get into class. It's once a month. It'll be the last class of 2023. I'm going to give it my all. We're going to have a blast. We're going to reminisce. We're going to talk. We're going to break it down. You're going to get to know me, going to meet me a little bit more. I'm excited. You should be excited. Jump into class. It'll be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see you there. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We were going to crack 1,400 today. I know we would. But it's all good, man. You know what? I would say goodbye to my sister 1,000 times over. I'm patiently waiting for BSV to dump. Isn't that crazy you said that? Because I looked at crypto, you know, and it was the only thing up today. I looked at crypto bubbles and I was like, BSV up on the day. You know what I mean? Sui still up. Filecoin up a little bit. BONK up 1%. Some coins starting to get a little bit of a bounce. Cake still holding gains. I still have a lot of coins that are hot as all heck right now. This little pullback really does nothing. A lot of setups in the trading group still. And pay attention. And shout out to my elite traders hitting CREO for massive gains. My elite traders put out this coin CREO, which, you know, and my God, CREO engine. And look at this thing. It was on an absolute tear. Like, that's true. Look at that. 44,700% since November 22nd. Are you kidding me? From this little dip here at December 22nd, up 572%. These are the gains that people put out in my trading group. The elite traders in my group are scanning the markets right now. While I'm working, they're scanning the markets. Your money is working so hard for you. If you join the 99, your $3 a day is grinding. It's got sentinels scanning the market for you, doing all sorts of crazy, insane, like, you're just getting ahead of the market if you join my trading group. Then we do token metrics. Today, we do a weekly screen share tonight from 7:30 to 9. A lot of people say that's worth $99 alone, the 4 times a month we hang out. We're going to break down so much. We're going to go over the deep dives. I even share my portfolio. We talk about what's up, what's down. We break it down. I look at token metrics, a key insight, enhancement, AI really, enhancement, deep dive research tool that costs you, $3,000 NFT or $1,000 a year. And that's included because I go over it every week and a couple of days and the insights and see things that I'm seeing. You also get a recording emailed to you. Yes, you do. Yeah, it's recorded and available to watch again. Dark Mark, we love you. We appreciate you. And shout out to all the super chats. We love you. And shout out to all the fan funding. Everyone that gave: Resi Rich, Sam, Stunning Crypto, Jamie Cyrus, Resi Rich, Robert Hole, Kyle Coffee, RC Moore, Jay Schwab, Kyle Coffee, Jay Schwab, Fast, 2, Hulk Solana, RCA, Stainless Stan, Lazaro Alberto, John Preston, Ryan Fashog, Carlos Alejandre, and everybody that gave $61 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, which is your time. If you think about it, when your mom passes away, you cry and you hurt, right? Why? Because you shared so much time. You've taken the time of your life, and so what you've given your time to is what you've dedicated your life to. What you've dedicated to your life to is what gives you emotion, So when you dedicate your time to something, I hope it's given back, And that's why if you come to my channel, I don't consider it a joke. Other people just, hey, it's a YouTube channel, let me steal your time. Like, to me, man, your time is so precious because my time is so precious, and I wasted a lot of my time. I didn't get where I wanted to go at a younger age. It took me some time. And I told you, the next 3 days, I'm going to be rambling about life and lessons as well as doing TA. And if you didn't like that, I wanted to make it clear. But people said they did like it, and they wanted to keep coming back. And we had our biggest show yesterday. So I think people want life lessons and talk. They don't want to just hear about the technical analysis in the chart. They want to hear about it all. Especially at the end of the year where you can recollect, we can really think things are going to come to me that normally would never come to me. at this time of the year because I'm retrospectively thinking, okay? So the daily on the DXY, beautiful dump. Let's just take a look at it arbitrarily, but I had it in this falling wedge that could break to the downside, okay? It got below the 3-day 200 SMA. Good sign for a continuation. Sometimes you do come down up for a retest, though, before a further dump. And now it's likely you're going to hit the 4-day. It's very likely you're going to hit the 4-day 200 SMA. That was hard. That was the second time I had to say goodbye to my sister. You know what I mean? But the first time I had to say goodbye to her. So my mom passed. I had to leave the island. I said goodbye to my sisters. It was hard. But, 2 weeks later, they came and stayed with me. And then last Sunday, they both left. And Michelle said, I'll be back in a few days. And I said, okay, And anyway, whenever I drove away, my dad's like, I'll see you in a couple days. He would say that even if he knew he was going to see me in a while. But my dad would always say, see you in a couple days, even though I was driving away for a while, He'd say, I'll see you in a couple days. And showed me my dad missed me. That was his way of saying, like, I miss you, man. Because men have a funny way of saying they miss you. Like, my dad never really said, hey, I miss you. He did sometimes, but he didn't say it like that. I see the DXY coming to the 200 SMA on the 4-hour chart. I really do. It's attempting to bounce, but it's very likely it gets sucked down to this 200 SMA. I would watch this closely, the 4-day and the 5-day chart. I'm looking for this to continue down to this 200 SMA. The daily may play some games. We may get some up and downs. This 5-day chart closes in 1 day and 8 hours. I see this coming lower. Coming to test this 200 SMA on the 5-day. Usually you see that, we tested it here. We're coming. So, and look at it. It's just been a beautiful dump. And we went over the juxtaposition. We're here with you, Sam. I love you, man. Shout out to Juan Estevez. We love you, man. Sam, will you be on XCAD Social anytime soon? Not sure. I didn't know it was that big. I feel you about your dad. My dad was the same. Amen. So your legacy is to leave the same love they gave to your children and wife. Exactly. That's all I have. I have nothing left. I have nothing left but to give the vibrational energy in which they created me, the love in which they created me with. I have nothing left but to give that back, But I will tell you, you guys are watching me go through, saying goodbye to, so I say goodbye to my sister, then she came. And this is the real time where she came alone with her family. Me and her had our connection. And I just had to say goodbye to her. So, you want things to stay the way they were when you were a kid. We all are connected to that childhood time where it was just our mom, our dad, and our brothers and our sisters. And then our life gets so complex and we turn and things change. But you always think back to that time. You always want to connect back to those moments. If you had a good family, if you were lucky enough to have a good upbringing. Bitcoin is 42,320 collapsing to the downside, So, and again, they're going to play games on this holiday. Just be careful, as I said before. We're waiting to see this divergence kind of give us some love. It is a divvy because we slowly are trending up on the RSI where we're trending down. We should get a reversal off of this area here. However, reversals are only as strong as support and resistance. We have a heavy resistance for Bitcoin at 42,890. We can't get back above 42,890. Expect more downside. All right. That was special to watch. Felt a part of the family. Well, you guys are a part of my family. I don't have anyone else. I've been talking to you guys now for 4 years every day on this channel. I've created a family with each and every one of you. I've poured my heart and soul into this channel. For once, thanks to your guidance, I took profits before a pullback. D-Dubs, we love you, man. You're learning, brother. That's what's called learning, man. You're going to get there too. Let's take a look at ES1. I haven't looked at the S&P futures in a long time, but I've been bullish on them. Breaking out of this cup and handle to the upside, inverted head and shoulder. I called the bottom right there. The S&P said a reversal was coming. I called the reversal right there. Both times, beautiful moves to the upside. I'll remember them forever. Some of the greatest calls I ever made. The 4-hour trending up while we're coming down on stochastics. I like what I'm seeing here. So let's kind of re-break down what I'm seeing on the smaller time frame, but a little bit of bearish div as this swings up and that swings down. So 5,000 is the target. I mean, parabolic, right? If the 1 hour looks bullish, yeah, they're going to keep printing money, and the money goes right into the S&P. You know what I mean? And I saw that Nancy Pelosi did a call. She did options, 5 million in options for NVIDIA, probably for a high call price. So we're going to go up. She doesn't lose, man. You know, she doesn't. So that alone tells you that she knows that they're going to put the money in, they're going to print the money, and she knows where the money's going to go. So she's like, if I can't change the system, I might as well make money off of the system. So follow that move. I see a pump for the S&P further to the upside here. They're going to continue to print money. Some big money printing is coming. We're definitely here for you, brother. My whole family said they missed you guys this year and send their love, prayer, and condolences. I know words can't express, but we are here for you. I love you, Justin, man. And I feel your hug, man. I feel your strong hug, man. I love you, brother. God bless you. God bless you so much. We made many gains, but what is more important is your loyalty and love. Shout out to Ross. To him, you're amazing. Thank you. Yeah. And let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance as well, as it's completely falling to the downside, right? Which is good for some altcoins, but you know, here's the tricky story here. Let's break it down. You want to juxtapose this with what? Tether dominance. So let's take a look at Tether dominance on like the daily time frame. So Tether dominance, it had the dump. Look at the beautiful divvy it's got going on now. And this, everything that applies to anything applies to anything. Meaning, even though this is just like an, you know, you're going over the margin of price, you know, percentages into Tether, it still will play off of divergence. And look, there's a bullish div on the daily with a curving stochastics. Seems to me like some type of bounce is attempting to occur. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be the greatest bounce since whatever. You know, let's just start getting rid of these lines. I mean, I'll even get rid of everything and we'll start fresh again. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. Very strong bearish div there as that swung up while that swung down. It played out. We got the nasty dump. People dumped out of Tether, right? There was no reason to be in Tether. Right now, I'm sitting in a bag of Tether, and I almost went into the market. Then I hesitated. I'm getting really good market instincts, where I tend to be doing the right thing most of the time. And I didn't go all in yet with the Tether. I kept the bag of Tether on the sidelines for whatever reason. And good thing I did. Like I was going to buy AVAX, I waited. AVAX pulled back. Like all the things I was going to buy, I waited to buy. You know. So this was the symmetrical triangle. This was the move, the base of the triangle. And so to me, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can go lower, come and test the 44.18% level. So it says there's more to go. The weekly's super low. Look at your moving averages. 5 days about to lose the 200 SMA. It would be great if you really stayed below that. So watching these areas, like seeing that we stay below the 5-day 200 SMA would be really, really strong for altcoins and Bitcoin. Right? So yeah, maybe we get a bounce, but I don't want to see Tether dominance getting back above 61. But right now with Tez, it's going to get a little bit of a bounce. 4 hour in the daily, the 1 hour doesn't look good. So the 1 hour says chop or some pullback. But the 4 hour in the daily suggests a possible bounce back to the upside, even a little bit of a bounce. So let's now head back to Bitcoin dominance and piece together the story, right? Now, Bitcoin dominance also wants to bounce up a little bit. When Bitcoin dominance wants to go up, as well as Tether dominance, it usually tells me there's going to be a dump. Why? Well, this is the case. If Bitcoin dominance goes back up, let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. Yeah, it's saying Bitcoin dominance is about to bounce, right? Tether dominance wants to bounce with it. So let's talk about money, and this takes some diagram, but let's talk about it. You've got money. It enters the market from the real world, US dollars. It comes into Bitcoin. Most of the time, people learn about Bitcoin, they buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, but then they find out all these other coins. Sometimes it goes into Solana too, but people say buy more Bitcoin first, be safe. You know, that story gets shilled a lot. When I believe it too, a lot of us own more Bitcoin than anything else that have been in the game a long time. And so anyway, so then you get Bitcoin and altcoins, and so Bitcoin dominance begins to go up at the beginning because people are getting into Bitcoin, all right? And Tether dominance is starting to drop. So understand this idea. So Tether dominance, US Tether dominance. When we're done with this story, you're going to know so much more. And even some of you that know this are going to understand. I love you, Sam. Love you too, brother. God bless. I wouldn't trade today. I told you guys that. It's chopped today. It's up and down, back and forth, low liquidity. It's like trading a Saturday and it's even worse because it's a holiday where people are in the middle and traveling. So trust me, you know what I mean? We're the only ones watching this market as closely, you know, people as obsessed as us, and there's less of us today than there are normally. Remembering when you taught me about backtesting a year ago, you made my life an amazing person because of you, Sam. PS5, Future of Gaming, we love you, and you did it yourself. You wanted it, and you found me, and you made it happen. So money will flow out of Tether and out of Bitcoin when people want to get into altcoins. So that's what happened here. Bitcoin was dropping, and so was Tether dominance was dropping. Where could money go if it's leaving Tether and it's leaving Bitcoin? If it's leaving Tether, we know it's not going back. It goes into Tether, then it goes back to the US dollar, right? So if you get into Tether, that's usually when you're going to exit the market. At least that's the first step. So if it's leaving Tether and Bitcoin, it's going into the altcoins. So the altcoins had a rally. They did. So at this point, you want to incorporate one other chart. You want to incorporate total 3, which is all the altcoins excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, while we're doing this, and we want to be on the daily, because we want to see this inherent move. So this is what happened, okay? And I taught you guys this, and we talked about it. We even drew this, and I said, there's my target for the altcoins at $527 billion. I gave you this whole plan. I gave you the Adam and Eve double bottom. I said the altcoins are about to rip. It was like the beginning of December. We had a Santa rally like you wouldn't believe. We really did. We had a Thanksgiving rally. My mom passed. I still remember Neura AI pumping to the upside. Okay. So total 3 boomed up because Bitcoin dominance was giving out, as well as, you look here. Bitcoin dominance was letting go and dropping down. Tether dominance was letting go and dropping down. Total was the beneficiary, the altcoins. Okay. Now people have made a substantial amount. What people do now is they usually sell some of the small altcoins and they put the gains back in Bitcoin, but they might also sit in Tether for a couple of days to see what's happening, especially towards the end of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised to see altcoins take a bit of a fall, okay? Tether dominance make a little bit of a bounce. Bitcoin dominance make a bit of a bounce, okay? Hear me out. We get here, and then we grab more market share from Tether dominance. It doesn't go up as well into something like this, and then we get the drop down here with Bitcoin dominance again, and then altcoins get one more push, but they go sideways or down for the next couple of days to a week. All right. And there we go. We got the divergence. See, that is a strong divvy. See that? We should be, and then now we should pump. Now, look, kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now we have to get above the 200 SMA. And now we have to, so now in the next 2 to 3 hours, 5 hours at the most, Bitcoin's got to break above the 200 SMA at 42.6, and it's got to break back above 42.9. If it doesn't those two things, expect more downside. ANALOS bouncing back, don't miss opportunity. NFA, hey, I'm still in it. I'll see what happens. I just hold it for a month or two and see where it goes. Bitcoin reversal, maybe. Yeah. So there's a chance here we are going to get that. And look, that would be the shoulder. This would be the head, right shoulder. So now, look, if 5 hours or later on tonight, I give you a 5-minute or a 7-minute inverted head and shoulder, you can see that I was already projecting it on the 1-minute time frame before it even happened, okay? This is advanced money flow techniques he's doing. This is mega sauce. God bless my man, Master Friend. Master Friend is one of the most beautiful people you ever meet in your life. He's one of the nicest people you ever meet in your life. He deserves such a beautiful life. And I love you, man, with all my heart and soul. I'm starting to come out, man. The last month has been really tough for me. I watched my mother die in front of me on Thanksgiving. Anyone that knows it knows me. And I guess some people are sick of hearing the story. I get it. Your mom died, bro. We don't want to hear you cry about it. I get it. I get it. I'm here for the TA, not to hear your sob story. I get it. I'm with you. But this is just what happened to me. You know, I'm just going over what happened to me. That's all. That's all. And I couldn't even explain how hard it's been mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I had trouble eating. You know, there was days I didn't want to get out of bed. But I can't, you know what I would do is I would think about walking every morning now when I get up. My first 10 minutes to 20 minutes I spend walking with my mom. I visually get up with her and I say, let's go for the walk that she used to take every morning. I got to spend a week with her and know her routine, you know, that she had created after my dad had died, that she tried to create because she was just getting started, starting her new life, you know, and just tough, man, just tough. But I love you all for being here with me and for kicking it with me and for not giving up on me. For not saying, oh, this guy's going to go down the tubes because his mom passed and he's not going to do good TA. And for, you know, joining the trading group and being strong and realizing that we are a community. I'm always up on red days, buying red candles. Love you, Sammy. Love you too, my man. So look, 42.5, we have this, but we have a huge order all the way above us, man. Bookmap says we go higher, possibly even to 48,000, but we're one step at a time. It says we go to 44.5 and then to possibly 45K. Bookmap says we go higher. And we're finally getting this nice reversal. And think of all the people that went short right now. We got a lot of exit liquidity above us for some long. Just be careful though. They're playing with the market today. $73 is in greed right now too as well. All right. So, yeah, this is advanced money flow technique, 100%. Watching how the money flows on macro assets, understanding where it's going to go, okay? So we don't want to see tether dominance get back above this key level here. That's going to be 619 somewhere, right? And the DXY says it's going to continue lower. So we may have a little bit of, you know, sideways price action, but it says overall we're going to continue lower. Okay. So we did a lot today. We talked about the 21. You guys wanted the back test. I did it. All right. Went over life lessons. I shared some things that helped me get over the death of my mom. You saw me say goodbye to my sister, who I love. So you saw like an intimate part of my life in real life, like reality. You helped me through that because that was an emotional moment where if I was alone, I would have sat and like gazed off into the clouds for an hour. Because it would have brought back all the thoughts of my mom, my dad. Like now, every moment with my family when I'm like losing a piece, even for a moment, like if she's leaving for a moment, even that piece, like it reminds me of all the other loss. Like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Maybe you understand without me saying it, right? I don't know. Let's take a look at ICP and continue. And then we went over, you know, how money was moving with Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, and Total 3 for the altcoins. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. So I talked about ICP still being in a tight channel. I'll be honest, this thing's hot right now. I hear a lot of talk about it. I don't want to be hot on it. I don't like it personally. Like I got the bad taste in my mouth like everyone else did with this project. But to be a real trader is to just look at the charts and objectively see if there's opportunity regardless of emotional thought. Who cares what I think or what happened? It doesn't really matter. Is it in a chart or pennant or probability that I could take advantage of to make gains? That's what I want to know. Hands down, pound for pound, the hardest working, most accurate trader and mentor in the game. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Master Friend, Love Learning, Jamie Zeno, and all the Blue Crew that help this channel do what it does every single day. God bless you all. We appreciate you. Take a look at Paul, please. It's 290% up in 30 days. 14x now on Naka from the live. PS5, Future of Gaming up. 14x on Naka from the live stream. God bless you, man. And honestly, I'll tell you, if Bitcoin dumps, everything will take a bit of a dump as well. All right. So tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a big day. And this is something you have to know. And we're always going to be able to present you with the information you need to know. You're never going to come to the stream and not understand what happened or miss the mark. You're going to understand exactly what's cracking. Okay, ORDI lottery met is targeting around an hour and set a new record on labs. Wow. Words Games just blew up. ORDI. Crazy. Bitcoin market braces for 10.1 billion options expiry. Bitcoin market prepares for significant options expiry event. Spot Bitcoin ETF approval could impact December options expiry. Binance compliance developments hit at mainstream. So open position incentives in Bitcoin. Both sides have incentive to influence spot price. But as the expiration date approaches, the outcome can be measured according to the expiry price. Options market leader Deribit has an impressive open position of 7.7 billion. But the surprise comes from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is in second place with 1.38 billion. CME's open position is more than double that of OKX, which is in third place with 630 million. The approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF traded in January has a significant impact on the December options expiry. The Security and Exchange has significantly changed its approach to interacting with ETFs. So people thought, could it? Could it not? You know what I mean? So why bears might not be able to push the price below 40K before the end of the year. Okay? Another significant development is Binance's recent defense agreement with the U.S. Department, showing progress towards compliance and anti-money laundering practices in crypto environment. This development, especially after changes to the board of Grayscale's investment and the resubmission of the request to convert Grayscale GPTC Trust, indicates an increase in the likelihood of spot B ETF approval and integration into the mainstream financial ecosystem. So we'll see. Tomorrow, big offshoot, Bitcoin price remains 43.1 in the morning of December 29th at 8 a.m. Only 185 million worth of these put options could be valuable. This discrepancy could arise if the right to sell Bitcoin at 40 or 42,000 becomes useless in the event that Bitcoin trades above these levels at expiry. So 43,100, right? So they kind of want the price below 43,000. So it looks like they may do that. To me, this looks like an artificial press down. I don't see the sell pressure able to corroborate the fear, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We already did get the bounce from 43 to 32 all the way to 500. And that's off this div that I finally found there on the 1 minute. Tough though. ICP, I still keep an alert here. It's got kind of a symmetrical triangle descending. It doesn't look amazing, but it's getting ready. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me get back some of my, that's all I really need. I grabbed the 50. I just like all the moving averages. It helps me, I guess, in a way, but tight moving averages away for the and again, if Bitcoin takes that dump, you're going to dump with Bitcoin. So I want you to understand that. Like, Bitcoin runs the show. Whatever happens to Bitcoin happens. I could give you a bunch of beautiful setups. If Bitcoin decides to dump out that, that lower trend and take a move, bang, Super chats for coins are closed. Shout out to Coachy Coker. Just want one time just to have 10x to 15x. That's so much to ask. I mean, there was so much time to do that throughout this bear market. Optimism. Found a bag on one of my wallets. I got some op too, man. Shout out to your 20th super chat on the live stream. 3 Months Crypto. We love you. Appreciate it, brother. Shout out to the 1,074 people still kicking it. 657 likes. $104 in chat revenue. I put $1,000 on SHIB at 7777777. Just one time. Just want to have 10. I know we do. We all do, man. How much of a dump would the altcoins take if Bitcoin drops? 10, 20, 30%. Some maybe 60, 50, depending on if they pump 400, 500, maybe 100%. It depends. There's no guarantees. The best live stream in the space. Smash the like. Shout out to Sean in the house. We love you, Sean. And God bless everybody in my whole team. We appreciate you. We love you. And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas with you and your families. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to my whole team. I thought you all enjoyed your Christmas. Hope you all enjoyed just kind of, the blessings on blessings for working with me and hanging out. And I hope everybody's happy. And I love my team. I just want to say that. I love my team more than anything else. I'm so blessed to have a team. Losing my mom made me really appreciate every single beautiful human being in my life. I don't care how, just every person in my life, I'm so amazed by. CREO's still beautiful, looking tight. This is something that's going to take probably 5 or 6, 7 days to begin to play out. It may take 2 to 3 weeks to finally go to fruition. It's got a big market cap. But as long as it stays tight inside the zone, I'm good to go. That's why I got the alert on it. I haven't entered the trade yet. I want to give it that time to fold through. If Bitcoin drops, it'll drop down. And this will ruin too. This pattern will get ruined by Bitcoin. But nothing has changed. This is still exactly kind of where we had it. It is what it is. I wish all super chats were that easy, right? Just like, yep, tighten the channel right where I said it. Let's move on. That would be great, wouldn't it? We talked about LUNC revisiting this key area. It bounced, came back, attempted to double bottom. All right, double bottom for LUNC. But you can see it kind of still made this falling wedge. Stayed inside a tight pocket, but it bounced off the 618 in the 0.65, right? And then we have this key area here at about, 134% possible gains. Am I trading this? Probably not. I believe it's high risk. However, any asset that comes down into the 618 golden pocket does get me a little tempted and double bottoms. Second, it loses this level, it's going to come down and test the 786. That would get me even more kind of enticed, all right? But I am watching it closely at the 618. High risk, high reward to jump in right now. Let's look at the 22-hour time frame. The 22 looks good to me. Stochastics want to push up. You got some kind of hidden bullish kind of going on in a way. Well, that's kind of trending down. That's trending up. Super high risk, but over time, I believe this will eventually go up like the whole market. But you could get a correction right now, and then you get slammed too. You got to be careful. Sam and BB, you built it with love, and we came. Sharing the love you have for us and your family is part of why we came and will never leave. Always be you. We all love you and BB dearly. I love you too. Thank you for everything, Love Learning, and everything you've given me. You've showed me a new capacity to find who I am and a deeper sense of my spiritual journey. When I left New York, I thought I would be bored, but I didn't realize that most of my journey would not take place on the inner city streets that I was living in, but through my mind and my spirit and my soul and the people that I met online. I've been on a spiritual journey through this trading group and through everything I've learned and through my YouTube channel. And it's made me, because I can't see each and every one of you, but you guys leave such a big impact. And I realize that we are spirits interacting. Because I can't see you, but you can leave such an impact on me. And it's your energy that I'm interacting with more than anything else, right? And then I realized that people are more energy than almost anything else at the end of the day. We see and we talk, but it's the energy of the person that affects us. When I meet you, I don't stare at you and go, wow, it's so nice to be with your physical body. If you're attracted to someone, it's nice to look at them. That's fun, right? As a person, but we listen to the human. We listen to the voice, the way you move. We're attracted to each other due to the inflections and the vibrations we create. That's what gets us going, We'll take a look at PAWSWAP in a second there. God bless you. Liver, you're a good man, our brother. I respect you a lot. I respect you too. I hope you found some positive in lever chart. Very low market cap and recent news of Launchpad, BRC20. Thank you for saying that. We appreciate that, and we're going to jump on in. We're going to get to it. So LUNC looks interesting. Definitely in a sweet spot right there. Possibly a pump coming for LUNC. High risk, though. Like extremely high risk. I have to say that. Could also lose your shirt on that thing. GARI got a nice pump to the upside here out of what was like kind of a falling wedge, inverted, 22-hour pushed on up. But again, was it just a quick pump? I don't know. This coin, I remember when it came out, something to do with India, right? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this coin. I'll be honest, it has lower liquidity than I'd like. It took a massive dump. Look at that. Like, it just, I don't know. I mean, and only good thing about it is if it pumps, it can go up really fast because there's really no resistance and it moves so quickly. The weekly looks interesting. The daily just got started and it got above the 200 SMA. So as long as it keeps doing that, it's likely going to continue, at least to this next resistance at 0.6575. We have traded this before, but back when it had like a little more liquidity and some. But the 2-day chart looks really bullish for it. So, you know, the daily's a little high. The 2-day chart looks good. Like it could continue to the downside. I would be look up to the upside. I would look for a flag on the smaller time frame. The 5 minute, the 7, the 15. By waiting for price action to interact again with the 21-day moving average. Not knowing exactly how it's going to happen. Could be a falling wedge, could be a sideways flag, but I would sit there and watch that if I was going to trade it. I'm not trading this. I'm not interested in it. And I'd actually like to get off the chart as soon as humanly possible. Being in a chart I don't like to be in is weird. It's like being in sand or mud. Like I want to get out of the mud, you know. So this thing pumped up huge. Was it going to continue? I mean, high risk at that point. You keep trading flags until a flag breaks down on you. You trade this one, you trade that one, you trade that one. They hit. Eventually you get stopped out. Stop should be so small compared to all the gains you've made. It does not matter. This was just 15. It did a 3x all the way up to about 45, 44, 87, where it hit resistance and it decided to come back down. All right. Now, this is where I would remove the moving averages and look at it on the biggest time frame that I have it on and take a look. Injective popped. It was out of control. It's overbought now. You know, I believe it got a little overhyped, like most things do. At this point, I would be pulling a Fibonacci from its bigger move, which is here to here, and waiting for just a retracement to the 0.618 and the 0.65. There's a chance that it never goes lower than here, and there's enough buy pressure that it doesn't lose 28, but I definitely see this thing coming back down. All right. I didn't chase into this or any of the things that were pumping. I just kept DCAing into coins that I believed in when the market was low. All right. That's what I did. And you could do the same. I do that here all the time, like now. And you guys see me always doing this, but I'm always buying a little more BTC. Just a little more Bitcoin to add to the stash. $1,500 today. And I even mark it in so I don't have to deal with it. 1500. Why is that doing that? Oh, okay. Maybe no. Why I'm putting a 1. Hold on. Oh, I don't. That's why. And bang, we buy more Bitcoin. Right now, that's 0.9. Now I'm almost up to another, just 0.1. Now I need $4,000 more to get, you know, a whole Bitcoin. So now I get greedy. This is where I get greedy, and I usually like, all right, 750 more, right? Because, yeah, now I just need 0.08. I'm in this just, I want as many Bitcoins as humanly possible. I just keep grabbing as many as I can, and I hold them. I'm going to hold them for 20 years. You know, yeah. Don't be exit liquidity, friends. Not chasing ETH up, but may have to buy on this dip. Okay, this sounds like beast mode. Not chasing it up. ANALOS, XRP. ANALOS, I've been watching here, you know, on the actual chart. Best place to look at ANALOS, though, is on Dex Screener. All right. One coin we are looking at now is OXN for wrapped ETH on Uniswap. That came up in the trading group. I have it kind of tight in here. It broke out, making another flag. Could continue all the way up to 4 cents and 333, 4333. I'm watching it closely. Very small market cap, 239. So it's very, very high risk. Okay, so just be very careful. But this is something that just crossed my radar. I'm just looking at. It's a day old, 10 days old. And it's just been consolidating nicely, looking like it may get ready for a bigger move. You never know. Do your own research. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Okay. Let's take a look at this coin, though. ANALOS. Then XRP, ORDI, XNA, Sol, Lever, PAWSWAP, SHIB, and Optimism. And then, yeah. Oh, ANALOS. Look at that. I'm like, what? Yeah, so ANALOS had a beautiful run to the upside, and everybody took their profits throughout and then no one bought back in, right? I told you what I did. I took my profits here, took my initial back out and left my profits. I got in way before it even hit this exchange and started to pump. Actually, no, yeah, we got in. Yeah, no, this is it. This is it. I mean, yeah. So back to a $30 million market cap. Could it continue to pump? You never know. I bought in because a bigger channel was kind of talking about it. I wanted to get in on the hype. I did that, right? I also was just experimenting with the Solana ecosystem. It was my first time just sending Solana, not my first time, but my first time on this cycle, sending Solana and opening up a new Phantom wallet, just kind of getting the dust set off, brushing the dust off, getting ready. And so to me, yeah, it was just kind of a shot. I'd be like, does it bounce back up or no? Is it even worth doing TA for me? No. It's kind of a shot. It's a shot you took, and it is what it is, right? That's for me. You do whatever makes you happy. And again, you may not always get the answer that you're looking for here on the channel. I give you exactly what I see happening. If it doesn't fit your narrative, I don't know what else I can say, right? I'm not saying it does or it did or didn't. I don't know. And I'm not assuming that. I'm thinking it's all hunky-dory, so it probably is. We take a look here at XRPZ getting tighter in this channel, and this tells me that a big move is coming for XRP. Even inside of here is a tighter channel. You see that? So I see something big happening here for XRP. It's only a matter of time over here, dude. Tight moving averages, 200 as the outlier. The daily has momentum. Bigger time frames look okay as well. Things setting up for $1.05 XRP. So I see a move coming for XRP, and I see it coming in the next, I don't know, I'd say within 3 weeks, XRP begins this move. And in a month, it is fully through it or finishing it off as we enter into February. And I haven't put out an XRP call in a long time. It's not like I go over XRP every week and love trading it. I trade it only when I see something worth trading, right? If I see something, I say something. Like the New York City subway, baby. Let's take a look here at KuCoin, ORDI on KuCoin. And I talked about it breaking to the upside. I went over the fact that it was in a double bottom. It was going to break up. It did exactly that. Shout out to everybody in my trading group that made gains on another one of the insane calls. My whole life is me saying, shout out to anyone that made gains. I made gains. We made gains, right? Bang, bang, bang. And wow, 12:20 on the 8-hour time frame. Bang. Here I am. There you go. Right? 8-hour oversold. ORDI in the flag. 12:20, 12:06 p.m. ORDI ready to blast. Gains. ORDI sitting at, what was it at? Like 47? No, maybe 50. Can't see. All right. But you redraw this and you see where it was at. And then you recreate it and bang. ORDI banged on them to the upside. Shout out to anyone that took the ORDI call to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. ORDI for gains. All right. And you can see it was a double bottom that was going to break to the upside. It was all, and this was a double bottom there too. And it was respecting a consolidation. Yes, it had the pump back up, but then it looked like it wanted to move. ORDI's also hot. It's hot right now. So, right. And gains. And that was 2 days ago. That was 12:20 when, no, hold on. Yeah, we put that out 2 days ago. Like yesterday. Hold on. 12:20. ORDI in the flag on the 8 hours. So it took, wow, hold up. It took like right here. So like it took 8 days for it to finally play out. It's kind of crazy, But that's patience. People don't have the patience. They all think it's going to be immediate. After 4 days, they leave. They're just like, no, not going to happen, right? So I mean, the next move there is if it stays in this flag and holds this, I see it continuing to 100. That's my bigger target, and I'm sticking to it too. I don't see why it won't continue. It's been hot. Delomiro, love the stream. So realistic. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. You think this is kind of a cup with a handle? Kind of a cup and handle. I'll give that to you if that's what you're seeing. I'm just more about the flag, respecting possible support and resistance. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? XNA, wow, you guys want it every single day. Nora AI. Cornex looks the best because it bounced. So look, we had this drawn on the fibs. We came down. We hit the golden pocket. We're right above it. We bounced. Can't even say it was from this impulse. Yes, we bounced off the 706. I mean, beautiful. We're getting closer to the all-time high now again, which is great. 575. I mean, the all-time high is right there. I see this just consolidating. You see this? Something like this. And I'm just waiting for it to get tighter and tighter for its next big breakout to the upside. Huge pump, consolidation, huge pump. That's what happens. That's what you're looking for. I'm in this coin, and I'm in this coin long term. I like it. And then tonight we're going to go over my bags. We're going to talk about what I hold long term. What can 100x, what can't. We're going to have a really good time tonight. I'm excited. I'm already kind of planning out what we're going to do, the mental gymnastics that we're going to be doing. I'm excited to do it. So tonight is going to be fun. I'll spend most of the time with my family today. I'll be back by 5, and then 7:30 to 9 tonight, we'll be together going over the coins that matter, talking about my ideas, what we're doing, and having a blast. You're a strong man, Paul Haran. I love my parents more than anything and thank our good Lord for them every day. Your parents raised a great man. My Lord Jesus, hold him in his arms in his kingdom. Amen, Paul. God bless you. Thank you. You still hold any ORAI? I do still hold ORAChain. I do. Yeah, since when I first picked it up, I still hold some ORAChain. Let's take a look at it, actually. I haven't looked at it in a long time. And that's what's good. I hold a lot of coins that I don't even think about or go into. Nice. ORAChain's up in the big, giant double bottom and made a nice little pump back to the upside here for ORAChain. Back up to $7, too, which is really hot, right? Let's think here. And I was getting into ORAChain somewhere down in here, right? October of 2022. And in here in these $2, $3, $4 regions. So I'm finally up in ORAChain doing damage. And if we look at this giant double bottom, I mean, just look at that. Measured move from the neckline to the head. That would be our neckline right about there. This is a low cap gem that I believe is going to do big numbers. I don't talk about it at all because I'm into so many coins. But, you know, I dug this puppy up in the AI section, ORAChain, real world assets, right? $90 million market cap, 64% of the supply is out. You know, total supply is super tiny, 19 million, right? It's got a tiny supply. Fully diluted is 140, not far away from 990 million, you know. It's got an Ethereum contract and a Binance Smart Chain contract. You got to like that about it so you could have it. You got to like it if you could have it on your MetaMask. Keep it, you know. You can also get it on KuCoin, all the premier exchanges, Gate.io, CoinEx. ORAChain's been hot. It's been known. And I've been buying into ORAChain. World's first AI-powered Oracle ecosystem for blockchains. So it's like the LUNC in a way. At the beginning, there was some speculation it wasn't going to do what it is. It's a rug pull, yada, yada, yada. But I like it. And so listed on StealthX, a new exchange too, 7 hours ago. Experience AI-driven innovation with ORAChain. Delve into dynamic ecosystems. Collect intelligence. Read. You can get Aura on StealthX. Swap 1,400 plus assets cross-chain with no limits in registration on StealthX. Interesting, right? So anyway, ORAChain, my baby. I like it. I'm not saying it's going to do numbers today, but I believe, you know, it's definitely something to hold into the bull run. And I think it could do numbers. You know, it's all-time high. I mean, all the way here on the chart alone, we're talking $93 back in 2021. If it gets anywhere near that at $6 right now, $7, we're talking a 10, 12x from here. And from the very lows, we're talking a 50x. I believe it could go to $100, $120. Most coins, I think, are going to go higher than they did it before, than they did before. So I like ORAChain. Kind of, you know, bring more, just bought more AGIX, OT giving up, and AI, USDT. Amen. When the ETF approval happens, what if BlackRock swallows $7 of Bitcoin? Yeah, the price goes up, but can't they basically rug pull after that? Yeah, but why would they rug pull? Think about it. Think about it. They're a 100-year-old, or whatever, hundreds of year old financial institution. They go out and tell the whole world they're getting into Bitcoin. They believe in it, right? They buy into it, and then they get the whole world to start getting in. They're going to want to bring that price of Bitcoin up real high and look real smart. If it dumps, they're going to look real stupid. And because you have to remember, they're playing into the speculative nature of their clients that don't want to do the work. They just want to say BlackRock's smart and does what they want with my money. So if they give their money to BlackRock and Bitcoin tanks and they rug pull, that's not what BlackRock's going for. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Remember, your mom's spirit is still alive in you and she lives on in you. And she raised a great man. It was just her time to go, but she passed on the baton to you. It's not great Wall Street is getting involved. I don't know. You want real money or you want no money. The U.S. government is one of the largest Bitcoin holders. If they're not going to rug, why would BlackRock? That's funny. Thanks, Coker. I forgot where I was in the QQA. Amen. Amen. So XNA, I see making a move back to the upside and just doing a nice consolidation. And you might want to write ORAI down. And, I made a beautiful... We broke down all the hot AI coins like a year and a half ago, really. And I started building a position in them a long time ago. Funny. So Solana, I wanted to go to 131. It wicked all the way to 125. Came a little bit shy of my target. Looks like it's just doing a little nice pullback here on the daily chart, though. As long as Solana stays above this trend line, 80, I don't see why it doesn't continue to the upside. It probably comes back down here and does that bounce. Like we saw, I actually went over a few coins that did that. Even, we did one over Walmart. We saw how it came back to the top trend line and made a bounce. Definitely something that could happen. You could even see Solana was kind of in this ascending triangle, then it might come down and bounce off of too as well. And we have a nice little area here. So I'm looking for continuation for Solana. Only a matter of time. And, it's something that you buy and you hold a year or two from now. It's $400 or $500 a coin, I believe Solana could get to 750. And I believe it could even flip Ethereum because it's a working model that's doing better than most other things. You know what I mean? So I see Solana, as long as it holds this level, and the 200 is not that far on the 4 hours, so even a little lower, as long as it stays above 80, it's fine. I do see it could go to 80, though. That definitely could happen. All right. SEI is a hot coin that continues to pump. Had it in this flag, it continues to go up. 4 hour even suggested today it might even continue. I would watch this type of pennant or flag and see if it does continue to go. After that initial pump, I would say there has to be a pullback on the daily. The daily's starting to get pretty overbought, as you can see, and you're away from the 21-day moving average. But, the 4 hour may just do its thing. The 1 hour and the 4 hour both look interesting. And it's been kind of also operating regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. It's been having its own little fun. So I definitely would watch SEI, keep it on the radar. It's something that may continue to pump today. All right, it's got a lot of volume and a lot of eyes on it right now. Sometimes it's your coin's time. Right now, it is SEI's time. So if it's going to pump, this is its time to do damage. Let's take a look at Lever USDT, PAW, and SHIB, and we are done with the super chats. I know one just came in, but we are definitely over show limit. But I appreciate that. How many people still kicking it with me? Shout out to the 1,000 people on the live stream. 719 likes, $119 in chat revenue. So Lever, let's take a look at it on the daily here. Take away the moving averages. So I drew it kind of like this recently. Honestly, it's pretty choppy. All right. It's got some low liquidity on the spread. Broke above its previous resistance. Just from 001 all the way to 002. Like double, almost tripled. Got sold back off. The daily doesn't look good. 6 hour looks like it could try to get a pump. But the daily, just remind yourself, the daily doesn't look great. The 4 hours kind of looks like it could pump. I don't know. I'm not a fan for whatever reason. Maybe there's something you really like about the project. The TA to me turns me off a little bit. It did break out on the 1 hour. The daily just looks absolutely horrible. But it broke out on the 1 hour. I would keep watching the smaller time frames. I wouldn't touch this till it flagged out on the 15, the 7. That's a little flag breaking out to the 200 SMA. You know, you'd look for it to flip to 200 SMA on the 15 and then keep a long going. Even on the 15, look, I do see this slanted Adam and Eve double bottom here. But I'm not going to be trading this. I'm not a fan of it. Next target would be 02665 or last, you know, hit that level. I don't know. I'm not a fan, though. All right. Big X not available in the U.S., but MEXC works with Tether. Load up on BONK. You want BONK, you got to say BONK is on its way finally. I mean, it came to the 200 SMA on the 4 hour. That's what, see, you break the daily, you break the 21, you'll come to the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. This is what I teach my students and I talk about all the time. This is why I really, you know, just harp on that 200 over and over again. Does BONK come back after such a massive rally? There's a chance. There's a chance. I swung traded, you know what I mean? See, for me, I don't even care. I'm not going to make my, you know, my whole life doesn't matter about BONK. So I'll wait for BONK to get above this level. Once it gets above this level, I look for a flag. So BONK gets above here, I'll take a flag and I'll trade the flag to resistance. So I'm looking for a flag right here for BONK, for me. For you, if you want it long term, I mean, definitely near a 200 SMA isn't the worst thing to do, right? Extremely oversold, beat to the ground. You know, you pull a Fibonacci too on that 4 hour from Impulse. You're at the 886, right? 886 retracement. Definitely would be a place I would look for undervalued, something that, but a coin that has no utility and just had a massive rally may never get back up again. You have to, you know, I'm just being honest. Yeah, people believe, oh, BONK and memes are going to go, but you never know. You never know. You never know. All right? So I'd be wary of BONK, and I'm a pretty high risk taker, but as I get older, my risk has been smaller. I will give you that. PAWSWAP. PAWSWAP just continues to rip out of control. Look at that thing. Up 293% since December 21st in a week. Wish I knew about it back when it was in this rising wedge here. Broke out. Now it's coming down. I would look at this on the daily, and I wouldn't touch it till it came back down to the 21. You know, it has to come back down to the 21, and I'd pull a fib. People don't like it when I'm pretty finite about this stuff because they don't have the patience to wait for this too. So they'll see all their little flags, and they want to play those. And so they're like, oh, you were wrong. I don't know. But eventually it'll come down. It'll hit the 21. It'll reset, and that will be its next big move. I wouldn't touch this thing unless it's at 22737. Okay? Leave me be, my love, okay, baby? Are you okay? Okay, my love. Leave me be, okay? Okay, my love? I love you, though. As long as she's okay, but I'm in the zone. I don't know what it was. Is this a Sendex, ASDX? It got above the 200 SMA, you know? I bought more CAS, NFA. Amen. OTC are great. What do you think? Small cap gaming. I don't know. Whatever makes you happy, man. Wazir X. Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he talking about Wazir X? Nice pump for Wazir X. I like that. Reminds me of WEMIX. I like this flag WEMIX is in. See, the curving 21 tells me to watch out. Okay. And last but not least, Shiba Inu. Let's take a look at SHIB. And there was another last minute super chat. If I see it, let me take a look. ASTR. We'll take a look at that too. So we put out the alert for SHIB. SHIB did break out, finally, of this downward trend line it was in for so long. Okay. Good sign. Some of the meme coins, and then this little flag even broke out to the upside as well for SHIB. Daily's crawling and you're going sideways. I like that. I mean, that's the bet. You know, that's better than nothing. So I'd watch SHIB inside of this here, move that up to that resistance. Touching the 21, Daily's oversold. So we can get some movement here. We got above our previous resistance. So you just want to stay, you know, as long as SHIB stays above 915, like you're good to go. You know, if it enters back inside this pattern or leaves this level, you know, but it looks like it may not. I like what I'm seeing. Take a look at your 3-day chart. Yeah, you just got above the 200 SMA. That usually means a big move is coming for Shiba Inu. So this says something is brewing for SHIB, and it's about to be explosive. And then look, it's going to move really fast to this resistance. So SHIB, once it gets brewing, it's going to, you know, bubble up, fight, and then it's going to make a quick 90% move. And it really doesn't have too much resistance till it gets up there too. So, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised within a month from now, SHIB is definitely at this target, maybe less. Let's take a look at ASTR, USDT. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking his financial advice. Just a guy that talks about the sauce. All right. Funny, we went over this yesterday or the other day, right? We talked about ASTR. I think I went over it yesterday on the live stream. And we talked about it breaking out, possibly getting all the way up here. Let's take a look. Let's go back in time here and see what I said, if we can find it. But I'm pretty sure I went over this yesterday on the live. I called it A-star. Because I was going to A-star, A-star, A-star. And so let's take a look here. On the live from yesterday. 6,000 views. You people are amazing. May God bless you all. Take that away. But look, if we go to ASTR, which I remember... I really remember going over it. I don't think my team missed it. Maybe it was the night before. Let's take a look. The days blend together after a while. Dude, I remember going over this because I said A-star. I'm telling you, I went over it yesterday. I got this memory. I feel like it got skipped. Is there a chance it got skipped in the super chats, man? I'm almost positive I went over this thing. Anyway. Anybody out there remember? ASTR, yeah. Sometimes it's a mom I had to watch for lapses of time. Just saying thanks. I like that you have the menu. Sometimes as a mom, I have to watch for lapses of time. Yeah, no, we appreciate that. We got to give you the menu, you know. Anyway, I put it in a flag. I saw it moving all the way up to 14. 6 days ago, it was sitting at 9. It made the pump. Then just the other day, it was at 10. It made the pump, went all the way up to 13, came back down. Does it continue? The 1 hour suggests it can. It's in a funny pattern, I'll tell you that. You know, but it's continuing to go to the upside too as well. Don't get this confused with Astra DAO or all these other ones that sound like it are Akash Network. This is Astra or A-star. I call it A-star. A-star. Astra. Yeah, guys ask for a lot. As Sammy pulls through time and time again, and we get the hardest worker man in the industry some likes. God bless you, Drip OG. I appreciate it, man. And Optimism continuing to break faces too as well. Super happy that my Optimism bag ripped to the upside. We had it in this little flag continuing to 474. We went to 418. Only a matter of time these coins were going to rip up. You know, I was talking about Optimism down at 128, and I said it was a good buy. I held it. I did a 4X now. Bang, bang, bang. You know, they want Sol to crash, but Sol is going to the sun, baby. Y'all make a good call on Alpha. Thank you. I do so many things and go over so many things, and so many people watch me that I make a good call for someone around the world every day. You know what I mean? So we got above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute, and that's our money printer right there. You know, and we did find the divergence, even though it was tough. They made it an elongated one. We did catch it. We did get the move back above the 200 SMA, right? It's dependent on how to play it. It was a symmetrical triangle. See, it was going to go up or down either way with the length of the pole. And now you're on your way, baby. And we could be even a little more aggressive and say, hey, does it go up this algorithmic move? And get back to these, resistances. It would probably push up even more and hit resistance. 42,800 would be my next stop for Bitcoin. And so far, so good. We did get the bounce. However, we have a major resistance at 42,892 to get back above. If we don't get back above that, expect more downside. All right. And it's funny. I keep thinking I'm going to do these short holiday streams. And next thing you know, I'm here to the end of time. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. We went over a lot today. I hope you got everything you wanted. I hope it all made sense. And yeah, God bless each and every one of you for being here. Have a wonderful time with your family. May you all stay blessed. Let's take a look at Mara. Now he says, let's short Mara. Now, it's weird. This is what I can't stand, short-term capital gains. I'd much rather add these gains to next year's taxes than to this year. But every time I look, I would have sold the top at 31. It went all the way back down to 27. Got bought back up. But heavy volatility now for Mara. The thing is, man, I'm not in here just to make 20 grand. I'm in here to make 100 grand. So Mara could come all the way back down to 17, find its way, consolidate, bounce back up. Long-term hold, man. It's going to take its time. 3-day chart just got above the 200 SMA. Beautiful sign. Right? 5-day chart just got above the 200. We saw what happens to Bitcoin after that. Massive move. So once Mara gets back above 32, this thing's gone. I would not be shorting Mara at all unless it was a short-term trade. I'm looking for Mara to get past this all-time high and honestly cruise somewhere up into the $160 level. I really believe it can do it in this next bull run. Within a year's time, you're going to see Mara go from 28 to 150. 7x, baby. A little under a 7x for Mara. I'm excited. You should be excited as well. Let's take a look at NEAR. How bad of a hit did it take? Is it in the threes? Oh, no, NEAR. Don't do that to me, baby. NEAR ran it up to 470, right? 480, 469. And it got a pullback right now at 1 hour. Most of the bags we pack for a long term. You may be up huge today. Take a deep breath, one step at a time. Everyone, where I traded was MEXC. Link to MEXC is in the comments here. It's super awesome because it's zero spot maker and taker fees. Don't pay fees to get in and out of coins if you don't have to, especially if you're trading spot. And it even less fees if you're trading leverage. Leverage will eat up your money and take a lot of fees from you. Do it right at the places that don't take all your money. MEXC is the place to be. Link right there. All right. Join my trading group. Join iTrust Capital as well. Channel sponsors, we love you. We appreciate you. iTrust Capital and BingX. Both of them always here for the channel every single day. We appreciate you. And who could forget our beautiful sponsor, Bookmap. Always holding us down. Always there for us. We appreciate that. So God bless everybody that's here with us today that spent the time to learn. We'll be back tomorrow giving you more insight, more education, and just breaking down how we all had a wonderful year here in cryptocurrency. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless you all. And may all a good night, right? But, and look, Bitcoin 42590, getting that bounce all the way back to the upside. We found that divergence on the 1 minute. We stayed calm. We didn't freak out. And I told you, it's just liquidity grabs and up and down price action. This is what you should see for a while now. Okay? And everyone, thank you so much. I bid you adieu. God bless.